Chris Wallace continues to prove himself as the lone voice of reason over at the Fox propaganda channel. Now, I'm not being fair to Brent Baer or Brit Hume, because those guys aren't nearly as bad as Sean Hannity, Bill O'Reilly, or the gang over at Fox and Friends, the ones that come on in the morning. But lately, Chris Wallace has really impressed me with his bipartisan, true journalism. Just last week, he jumped all over his colleagues for trying to create a conspiracy all around the admission that there was an affair by the CIA director, General Petraeus, and they tried to tie it into some cover-up or conspiracy, and it turned out that it was a completely separate incident. Chris Wallace is doing his job, and this week on Face the Nation, he has a rising star in the Republican Party, Bobby Jindal, on as a guest. And of course, they're talking about the fiscal cliff and the idea of raising taxes on the top 2% and to preserve the tax cuts for the bottom 98%. Chris Wallace pointed out to Jindal that to middle-class America, that's going to sound very reasonable and fair. And in fact, he emphasized the fact that the voters voted for Obama and that more people in the exit polls supported this policy than actually voted for Obama. So there was a clear mandate on which direction the country wants to go. And Bobby Jindal just ducked the question. He weaved in and out. He wouldn't answer. He demagogued it. It's clear that the Republican Party, maybe because of financing and the money in politics, are beholden to Wall Street and the top 2%. They're going to fight tooth and nail to try to keep the Bush tax cuts from expiring. However, that happens automatically on January 1st. So what's going to happen after then? What's going to happen is the Dems are going to put legislation on the table. Okay, now all you have to do is cut taxes on 98% of the people. And the Republicans, if they do not comply, are going to be swept out of office in the year 2014. Now, I don't want that. I want them to work with the president. I don't need people to suffer for the next 2 years just to get Democrats in Congress. What I would really like is for the Republicans to sign the bill that's on the table now, take care of the middle class, and then work out what's going to happen to the top 2% later. So kudos to Chris Wallace for putting Bobby Jindal and other Republicans' feet to the fire. Continue to press from the right, press from the left, and let's see if the Republican Party could live in the center for once and look out for the middle class.